Good morning, collective. Happy Jupiter Day. I hope this video finds you in divine timing. We are about to come to the 1212 portal, which is a big deal. We are about to cross this threshold and closing things out and coming into new beginnings. Today, for your collective message, I am using the Everyday Tarot deck, the little cards, and we're gonna get into the cards and see what's happening. So as I'm splitting the deck to shuffle, I do see the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles here. It feels like something's being orchestrated behind the scenes. In this particular deck, the Hermit card and the Emperor card actually is, for me as a reader, like divine support or spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, that type of thing. I feel like what you're currently working on, what you're praying for, what you're manifesting is being orchestrated behind the scene, and you are not to know anything about it. That's how big it is. It's a secret. It's a secret. And then when it comes in, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. So if like you're in like, a space of like isolation, being reclusive, that's kind of meant to happen for a reason. Don't like beat yourself up over it or, try to think too much into it. Spirit has you sitting the fuck down for a reason. Okay. So just setting my intention for us to receive the messages for whatever it is the collective needs to know at this time. One flipped out and flipped back in. I feel like there's a lot of hesitation with the collective at this time. And this is a message that they're wanting me to tell you. No more wishy-washy, iffy, kind of, I don't know, being on the fence type of energy. Get out of that mindset because in this new space that we're coming into, especially for 2026, you're going to need to know exactly what it is that you want and exactly where you want to be so that you can focus on manifestation and coming into a new timeline now. Yes, so the collective got the Temperance card, and I love this too. This is so wonderful because it's giving Sagittarius energy, but it's also Jupiter energy, and today is Jupiter day, so I love that for you guys. But I also feel like there is a need for trusting the divine to bring you into a particular space that might be unfamiliar. However, a lot of patience and walking by faith and not by sight is going to be really important. This kind of looks like a new day here. Like this crown is, representing in the original tarot, this is a sun. So it's like breaking day light. But something is happening with your crown chakra too. There's a crown here. She has a halo above her head. I feel like if anything, I'm getting, I'm getting like Archangel Raguel vibes, Archangel Raphael vibes. So you're healing in a particular space that is allowing you to either receive karmic justice or divine order in a particular thing. And I'm also getting like, because temperance has a lot to do with not just patience and, you trusting in your healing process and all of that. I'm also getting to that, like, as the collective is moving into this new space, you're going to be mindful of, your coping mechanisms. That could be your vices, if you have any addictions, anything like that. It's going to be super important for you to be as clean as possible in this new space. And that's, I don't judge or anything like that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that when it comes to your coping, how you cope with life and how you cope with this physical realm, there is a need for you to zero in and focus on something that is taking you out of that coping mechanism, because that's something that you're going to have to shed into this new space. um I'm also hearing too that, like, ask your guides to prepare you for that. you know. Ask your guides to prepare you for that. Ask your guides to guide you in this space as we are in Sagittarius. Especially if it's like, if you are dealing with a vice or habit, behavior, an addiction, anything like that, and you're wanting to like pull yourself out of it, Sagittarius energy is great to harness for you at this time because we are very philosophical and we love to learn, we love information. Maybe gather some information around how you're supposed to be able to do that. But in any sense, there is a lot of healing going on right now in the collective. There is a lot of a need for taking your time, a need for rest, a need for dark spaces, a need for you to kind of like, transmute the energy from one thing to another. And because we are in Sagittarius season and it's a lot of fire energy, that transmutation I'm also hearing is going to require like calcination. This is a process in alchemy that is requiring a burning process that is going to be permanent, especially within your consciousness. So the healing process, the dark space, the having to, have faith and walk by faith and not by sight, all of that is having to do with this fiery energy that is allowing you to not only alchemize, but purify and manifest. So fire is like, one of the great elements that you can use for all areas of your life. But especially when it comes to healing, when it comes to protection, when it comes to manifestation, all of those wonderful things that, we are trying to learn consistency around, allow yourself to use fire with that, whether that's burning a candle, during a burn ritual, saging your space, using Palo Santo, dragon's blood resin, whatever it is, allow yourself to use some type of fire to help in that process and create a ritual over it, this is something that your guides are wanting you to create consistency around, especially if you're just coming into like a spiritual awakening for the first time. I'm seeing someone like dabbling on their altar for the first time. So like if you have like a little cauldron, if you have a little like a ritual bowl, start playing around a little bit and allowing yourself to get more consistent with creating specific spiritual rituals for yourself at this time. Especially like I said, if you're doing them for the first time, play around a little bit because your guides are telling you that, like, you are an alchemist and you know how to do things in the spirit and in the physical. So you're going to have to get used to doing that. And especially alchemizing energy to a particular way that it is helping you get ahead or get an advantage or allow things to work out in your outcome. It's not a bad thing for you to use that type of magic or that type of manifestation to help work for you. It's one thing if you're using the dark arts to harm others and create control and be manipulative about it. But if you are being careful and responsible and conscious about it, and if your guides are giving you specific types of information on how to go about, a healing process or a manifestation or whatever it is, allow yourself to use whatever type of magic that you can at this time. I feel like that's going to be really big. And because there's an angel in here too, I also feel like if you do resonate with archangels, I feel like they're with you. I feel like they're also a part of your team. I feel like they're with you all the time. And so, if you are in this dark space of healing and detaching and trying to remove habits, behaviors, vices, addictions, anything like that, allow yourself to call on the ancestors. Allow yourself to call on Archangel Michael to help with the protection and help severing cords and attachments that are no longer necessary. Calling on Archangel Raguel for the divine order and karmic justice, and Archangel Raphael to help in your healing process. So I hope this resonated with you guys. If it did, please comment below and let me know. And as always, please like, share, and follow for more. I'll see you later. Bye.